How's it going, people, and welcome back to the Jumper Punch. I'm Mars, and this is a training day recap. Just before we get into the training day recap, or training reaction, whatever you want to call it, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for viewing all the content over the past week and a half. Just been smashing out some content. That's one goal I wanted to set for myself this year and for the Jumper Punch as well. Set as much, time aside to put out a bit of content for you guys. I think you guys deserve it. There's 3.57k of you. We've moved up. Thank you to everyone that's been subscribing. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you smack it right now, and hit that bell notification to be notified with every single video that comes out, and hit the like button. Hit the like button right now. It's free and it helps as well. Pushes us into the algorithm. Gets me doing more content for you. More content with other people as well, which is coming up. If you dislike what I have to say, well, then make sure you hit the dislike. Or if you want to have a comment and want to have a say, make sure you join us in the comments below. Try and get back to everybody's comments. Some are long and lengthy. Equality. He's got the longest and lengthiest responses you'll ever see, but I love it. Very in-depth and thorough. But yeah, I reckon let's get straight into the training recap. Oh, and if you want to get some merch, I don't have any on me right now. I got Gengar, I got Boston Celtics on. But if you want any TJP merch, www.thejumperpunch.com.au. You can go get the Rat King of the SCG. Get that now, buy it now. Again, not making any profit, just want to do stuff for you guys. I mean, it's a little bit of profit just to help us out and go around. But yeah, get it before opening round, and we can all be wearing those tees. If you're not, it's okay. If you can't afford it, well, then what can I do? I try to make it as cheap as possible. And if you just want your normal TJP stuff, go get it. Again, memberships as well for as little as $2. I'm pretty sure $2. Go down, get it, bang. All right, that's it. That's all that. Let's get into the training. Where do we start? Beautiful day, to be honest. Melbourne putting on an absolute gorgeous day again. 28 degrees, sunny, beautiful. Where do we start? Mackay, good to see him out there. Had his tight hamstring after I finished my training recap last week. News came out, a tight hamstring. I did see him in the gym doing some lunges and all that, just trying to stretch it out. So he looks to be fine. Looks to be moving, not as good as ever or better than ever. He just looks to be moving fine. Nothing untowards there, which is good. Thought he was poor today, actually. He was actually really poor for his standards. Harry Mackay getting under the ball a lot. I didn't think I'd start off with some negatives, but yeah, I'm going to start off with some negatives. He was poor. Yeah, just didn't look up to it. Didn't look at the races. Wasn't dropping chest marks, things just at where his knees are. Just looks sloppy, very, very sloppy. Yeah, I was disappointed by Big H. Yeah, a lot to come from him. He got it outdone a lot. So yeah, go back to the training track. Go hard again. I know that they did have a big session on the Wednesday, so might have been going lightly, but still, you should be taking chest marks and, not flying under the ball. He gets caught under the ball a lot and the ball goes straight over his head. That could be attested to some bad kicking as well, but they looked to be pretty okay. The kicks were fine, and he just got caught under it again, and he got beaten all day, to be honest, by his defender. So, yeah, poor from him. Expect him to bounce back. I know it's training, but yeah, you want to see him up and about in training. Everyone looks like a world beater in training, and he definitely didn't. He looked average, to be honest. Let me go to another big man. Now, he's been impressing me over the past two. Liam Reddy, or Reedy, however you want to say his name. Oh, man, this bloke, he's a big boy. Just was with Paul today and just discussing, and I said, have a look at this bloke's kicking, and he's a smart footballer, gets into good areas as well as a big man. He can cover the ground well. A lot of people have been saying, Pitane outdone him today, outdid him. Oh, maybe I'm watching something different, and maybe I'm rooting for Reedy, but I like the Aldi line. But I think Reedy, he gives something, a different dimension. Can definitely kick. He doesn't just bomb it long, blaze away like old mate Tom DeCon St Kilda. He definitely can spot up a kick and hit up a 30, 40 metre kick over the top as well. So that's one thing to look out for if you're going heading to training. Look out for Big Reedy. You can't miss him. He's a big brute of a lad. Sheer size of him. Wow. Wow. But yeah, his kicking is impressed me for a big man. So yeah, if you're going again, look out for him. Looks like a scuffed Paddy Cripps. I don't know why. Maybe it's a WA thing. But yeah, he looks like a scuffed Paddy Cripps, like a Timu Cripps. So yeah, no, he's looking good. He's looking good. Could he push for a spot in opening round? I don't know. Maybe I think they might go with what they know there and the unknown, and he might come towards halfway through the year or something. Or he could start off forward. I doubt that, but yeah. Liam Reedy, one to watch if you're going down to training. Still I go. Kempy looking strong throughout the contest. Wasn't as good as he was last week. Still looking good. Still got the thirst trap hair. Jesus. Who was I? Speaking of Bucky, and he's like, just chop the hair, mate. Just chop the hair, and they're just having a good laugh. So yeah, shout out Bucky. I'm sure everyone's gone to watch his review as well. Some quality content there. Probably gaslighting a few. Rob Bonaham we were speaking about. Lockie Cowan, he was in training and looking good one-on-one, that physicality that he shows. Would love to see him on Kerno round one. Just whack him in the back of the head. Nothing untowards, but give him a nice clip across the ear. Get into a few jumper punches, pardon the pun. Yeah. I think he's going to be one to watch this year on the watch list, yeah. What else was there? Oh, Pitane was giving it to Cripps after he kicked the goal. Some happened in the contest. He tackled him to ground, and then he went and he gave a little bit of biff. Oh, there was a bit of a biff, actually. Hudson O'Keefe and Mitch McGovern. I don't know. There was a little bit of... apparently he gets white line fever, the big skull. Hudson O'Keefe, or made the Hawk, whatever you want to call him. But I'll be finding a proper nickname for this bloke. The Hawk. Like, what is that? What is that? Or the skull? The skull's an internal one, but yeah, they were going at it. Yeah, they had to be broken up. So I had a bit of footage. I don't have it uploaded now, but yeah, I got it towards the end. But it's good. I like to see it. That's 2 weeks in a row. Hewitt on Walsh, and now Hudson O'Keefe and Mitch McGovern. Oh, Mitch McGovern. Hey. Now, I know he didn't get Buku Karmas, but there's no way this bloke starts. And I don't want to bash him or whatever, but I think we're past players like this now, and some of his kicking is just... He leaves a lot to be desired, and I just go, how did you get picked up again? So, again, I don't want to bash him and whatever, they try their hardest, but Jesus. Just not good enough. Not good enough. He doesn't cut the mustard. A bit of a sour note as well was Blake Acres. You would have seen on the Jumper Punch on the Instagram if you haven't already seen. He went off with a shoulder injury, and look, to be honest, he was hurting. Full braced up, when they've either done a collarbone or a shoulder, and we know he's got previous shoulder injuries as well. Played with that sore shoulder throughout the 2023 final series, and then last year he did it again. So, and that's 2 big collisions that he's copped now in both practice scratch matches. And last week he was left rueing and he was wincing, and this week was really came off worse for wear. So very interesting. Does he play round one? We'll get scans, I'm guessing today or tomorrow. We'll get results tomorrow about that. Look, to be honest, it didn't look good. And with his shoulder injuries, and I'm guessing he's got a high pain threshold, he looked to be in all sorts and hurting. So watch there. What does that do now? Well, paves a nice pathway for Campbell Chesser, who wasn't too bad actually in the match sim, scratch match, whatever you want to call it. He does a few nice things. I think he needs to build up a little bit more confidence to take the game on. But yeah, it was okay. He was okay. I'm not gonna pump his tires and say, oh wow, he was amazing and other. He was okay. Yeah, he did what he had to do. But yeah, that paves the way for him. Maybe a Campo that can come in. I think it was Lucas. Everyone was saying they were pumping his tires. The boys on the Wednesday session or whenever they had their session. So interesting to see players on that wing now if Akers is on an extensive injury, like long-termer, which could be the case, to be honest. Who else is there? Oh, this one. Oh, now, he's put on a bit of size. His legs have got chunkier. He looks to be put on about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 kilos. We don't know their weights anymore because of skin folds. Like, where do we live in, mate? We're in the elite caper and we can't see skin folds. We're not allowed to see weights and that discrimination. I can't say anything bad now. Hate speech laws. I'll be put in jail. I'll be cuffed soon. I'm going to be cuffed soon. I'm going to be taken out of Carlton soon as well. They're not going to let me through the front door. But, this bloke put on some size. And it doesn't look to have hampered him. It looks to have got more power, more drive through his legs as well. Matty Carroll. Thought he was a real standout today. I had a real keen eye on him today. I think there's a player in there. We saw it last year where he took the game on a lot. He's got that no fear. He's got dare. Wants to always move the ball forward. Looks to go. Wants to be on the end of chains, getting in chains, the ones and the twos. And that's what we lack. I think that's what we've lacked from Sardi over the past year. I know he had his injury as well, but I think we've underutilised Sard, and now we've got Carroll, who is a younger, bigger, and probably a more damaging that can get higher up as well. It can really drive on high up onto that wing. Kicked 3 goals and 3 lovely goals at that. It was on the back of coming off the back of a lot of stoppages. They're training, they're doing a bit of drills work there. Getting those high half backs, that a lot of teams use now. They use them as weapons. I think we've lagged there for a long time. I don't think we've utilised our halfbacks. We've had some quality halfbacks. We just haven't utilised them. I mean, Newman was utilised before he did his patella. But yeah, Matt Carroll could be a real key to Michael Voss. And I don't know, I think he could really, after 2 weeks that he's shown so far, or the 2 that I've seen training match sims I've seen so far, he could be pushing for an opening round spot. And I'd love to see it if he keeps continuing on this trend. And again, I've said it before, there's a lot of average footballers at this club. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But it's whether you can find an incremental gain through these type of players, which will really push you into that next, not stratosphere, but into the next echelon. It goes from your Ds and your Cs to now Cs and Bs. Coming from 5s and 6s and up fluctuating form to more consistent form of 6s and 7s every... Jeez, I can't believe I just said that. It's just ruined me. 6s and 7s every week. But that's what you need to see, and that's how you get better through these players. Cooper Lord looked okay. Didn't really feature for me, to be honest. He did a few nice things. Could do better, but yeah, again, another learning. He does a beautiful kick, spot up kick as well. So, will he play in opening round at this present time? I don't think so. Maybe he might get on a bench, maybe. But just from my take, I don't think he'll be playing opening round. Where else do we go? Flynn Young. I had the to and fro with his brother last year about missing a 2-metre handball, and I said to him, he won't be too chuffed over that, would he? Again, I think he's got something to offer in this team. Will he play an opening round? I think he could potentially play an opening round. He picks up some nice areas, smart footballer. Does he lack a bit of pace? Yeah, but he makes up with his footy IQ from what I've seen so far. So he's got a little bit of that nous. He can hang around. He can find himself in areas where you wouldn't find many players because we don't have high footy IQ players, or not that I've seen. Again, this is training, so you want to temper expectations. But yeah, he's trending nicely. He could potentially push for an opening round. I don't have my best or starting, 23 players. So don't ask me yet because I don't know. I'm just trying to see all these trainings and then convey my thoughts through those next practice matches against some teams, and then I'll give you my 23. Williams again. And I told you that he will be playing off halfback this year. Now, I put out a video the other day, and people going, no, I don't think he'll play off halfback, and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't good enough. Now, I'm going to go against all you lot, and I think his best footy, his best position, and he plays best footy at halfback. Simple as that. Damaging right foot can open the game. We've seen it. We saw it at GW. We've seen it sometimes at Carlton. Then square pegs around holes FC struck, and he just looks at home at a halfback role. Now, he was doing some training drills, throw-ins in our forward 50, and he was doing some stoppage work as well. He kicked actually a lovely goal. So at his feet, picked up the ball and kicked the goal. And we know he has that. That's a key attribute to his game, is his ground ball gets. And I guess that's what they try to utilise with him up forward, and his kind of footy IQ and his smarts. But Balenciaga Williams, I think you'll see predominantly down back off a halfback. And now, will he float up forward? I think he'll float up forward. I think he'll be used as a versatile player. If you need to change it up forward and it's stale, throw him up there. But I'm going predominantly at a halfback again, and I'd love to see it. He's going to have to justify his big wage. And yeah. He looks slimmer. He looks like he has belief in his body again, that confidence to really push and drive through a contest as well. He got on some change as well, setting up playoff halfback, breaking the game open over contests as well. So yeah, one to watch as well. Obviously, he'll play, he'll start definitely. When you're on that money, it doesn't matter if you're in bad form or not, you're starting. It's just the modern game, and that's just the way it works now, because you have to justify the big money. So, again, Balenciaga he's looking good. He's looking good over these 2 training sessions. Who else is there? What else is in my notes? They're practicing before the match in transition play. So they're just going up and down both wings, 2 sets of groups on either wings, and they're just going up and down, just trying to switch it back into the middle 45s and then go over the top. So, yeah, then they'll practicing their long bombing as they do. Then specialists at this, creating a contest, creating that stoppage. And, yeah, I guess you still got to have the stoppage because that's our core, and then building around them as well. So, Taylor Byrne. I genuinely think he could be, I don't know, pushing for an opening round spot, but he's in contention. I mean, he's kicking. He's a lovely kick of the football, mate. And mate, I'm saying that because I haven't seen these kicks of the footy. Now, again, everyone's a world beater at training. Everyone can glaze you like a Krispy Kreme donut, yeah? Everyone can glaze it. Oh, yeah, look at him. Oh, he's a champion, this and that. What I'm looking for is the consistency, under pressure, from your teammates. Obviously, you know each other well, and it's different in game sense. And when the ball's hot, you got someone on your shoulder, and, that perceived pressure, how are you going to fare under that? Like, we don't know yet. But from what I've seen so far is that this kid he's looked to have slimmed down a little bit after he got drafted. He looked a bit pudgy. And I'm not going to say he was fat, because he's an elite athlete. But he's a bit pudgy. It looks like to have slimmed down a bit, which is good. He's got the Eddie Betts shorts on. Man, they're parachutes, man. They're parachutes. Mind the language. They are parachutes. He could definitely... If he was in the team in opening round, he wouldn't go astray. He would be fit right in. But, again, we've got to see it. We don't know yet. It's only 2 training sessions, so everyone cool the jets, calm your farm. Walsh. I mean, you've probably seen footage today, him bursting through. Sorry to scratch my nose. I've been scratching my nose because my nose is itchy. Sorry. But Walshy, Terminator, looks to be turned on. He's got that red eye in him, the evil eye. I said, if this bloke can stay injury-free in this preseason, expect a big year from this guy. A big year. Even if it's not in team success, individually. Just different gravy. I think he's a different gravy. Now, I don't have him in my S tier yet. He's an A grader. Now people go, no, he's not an A grader because of injuries, but he's an A grader. I think I'm backing myself, and he's a generational talent. Now, if he can stay injury free this whole year, look out. Competition needs to look out. Now, people saying, oh, is he going to sign or not? Now, I have a question. Will Walsh sign before opening round? Now, he's agreed personal terms, and he'll sign before the opening round. So be rest assured, Sam Walsh is a Carlton player for I don't know how many years. Does he deserve the money that he's going to get paid? 100%. You got to pay your own. I know we've seen it with TDK. Well, TDK, we didn't really pay him. I mean, we offered him a big money contract. Didn't take it. Didn't want it. So now he's gone and conned St Kilda, and good luck to him. Silvani, same. Obviously, problems there. Good luck to him. Hope everything's well. But Charlie Curnow paid him. Look, it is what it is. Split ties. Didn't like the way the club was going in the direction. Wanted a new lease of life. He got that. We've got our new lease of life. We'll be getting Cody Walker next year. And I tell you what, man, I'm not going to jump the gun over Walsh right now. But that kid, he's a stud, man. He's a stud. Let me go back before I get to Cody Walker. Back to Walsh. He'll sign if he's on 1.2, 1.3, whatever he is. He'll be deserving of that because he'll prove to you why he won the Gary Ayres medal without playing the grand final. He's the only player to ever have done that. So it says something about the man. It says something about what he's not just a flash in the pan type of player. He's there. He's a constant. Probably averaged 30 odd this year. You know, I would like to see him getting on the end of chains more. Again, I said it before. End of chains. He's the last one kicking goals this year. That's the next layer. That's the next evolution. Would I love to see him as a captain? Of course I would. Of course. I probably think Wiedering will get the captaincy whenever that is, if it's this year or next year. But yeah, I'd love to see him as a captain. But yeah, it is what it is. If he's not captain, he's vice captain. Again, he will be a leader out on that field. He's going to have to lead this next man because... Am I going to gaslight you people? I'll finish off with this. Or before I finish off with this. Cody Walker, mate. Like, this kid, I know he's in 27 and he's coming in 2027. I don't know. There's something about him, man. He's got gazelle-like tendencies. Now, you would have seen the video, you know. The number one looks better on you. And he smirked, you know. It does look better on him than a Silvani. He's in, at the moment, yeah. All respect to the Silvani name. Trust me, all respect. But right now, it's Cody Walker's going to be a Walker's for the next 15, 20 years. So, yeah, if you're getting down to training, go watch that kid for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just focus your eye. And I tell you, he does some things and you just go, geez, wow, he's going to be a special player. But we'll look forward to this year, 2026, in the midfield. I put out a question out on the Instagram and I said, where will JAGGA Smith play? Now I've got another question. Is JAGGA the real deal? Now, anyone can breeze past our midfielders. They're not the quickest, are they? You can put someone with half a pace of JAGGA Smith and he'll go straight past them all, won't he? And look, $1 million, right? You know, he got Cripps. He's got that initial burst, little, 1-2. Hewitt, not the quickest. Cherrant, not the quickest. They're all kind of, one pace. They're just dour. You put Walsh into there with JAGGA Smith, and JAGGA Smith, there was one bit of play where he got the ball. He was on the end of about 4 handballs in the same chain, and I'm just going, pfft. And then there was the other one where I put up on the Instagram where he just got the end of the chain, dance step around and does a little one and kicks a beautiful goal. Now, everyone said they've pumped his tyres. He's got the weight of he's got the expectation on his shoulders. Like, you're the next JAGGA Dacos. He's JAGGA Smith. Now, let's not put him in the same air as Dacos right now. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't kicked a football in anger, as Rocco loves to say, in the AFL yet. He's done on the training track, but he hasn't done it in the big time. So, yeah, mate, what I saw today was breezing past players, just breezing past. And he made it look easy, effortless. I must say he was effortless. He was definitely better than last week. Yeah, he took my eye this week, which is good. I like to see that. Am I going to gaslight you and say he's going to win he'll win the Rising Star this year? You take the 450 now, and you'll probably be having a Mongolian hot pot in September. Definitely, he'll win that. Where will he play though? I still would love to see him. I don't know, just rolling through half back, half forward, and playing through the midfield. Not predominantly. I don't want to see him. I know if they're good enough, yeah, they play, but you just don't want to kill them early. You don't want to kill their careers early, because we've seen it many and many of time. And players like him, they go into the midfield, and you think they're protected, but when you come against those big, bad, ugly men that you're coming up against, the likes of the Dangerfields back in the day, and they're different gravy. You're playing against the elite, the Matt Rows, the Andersons, the people like that, Petrarcas. Just let him fester and nurture him a little bit. Coming off an ACL as well. Now, you probably want to come off an ACL when you're younger than when you're older, as the body tends to heal a bit slower when you're older. So, he looks to come back in perfect order, I'd say. Perfect order. It's a Pokemon set coming out. But, JAGGA Smith, again, go again, do your work. Is he 10 out of 10 today? No. Is anybody a 10 out of 10? No. You're just training at the end of the day. But I always say you train like you play and you play like you train. Yeah. Ollie Hollands, don't know why cops a bad rap. I don't know why. Yeah, he can kick the ball astray sometimes. Geez, he kicked a lovely goal. There was one where he just pirouetted. I'm like, geez, I didn't know you had that in your game. I don't know whose Instagram on it's on, but I'll give it a share on Insta. But yeah, he kicked it, and you just hear the crowd. Yeah, we're at training. People are clapping JAGGA Smith when he's kicking a goal. I'm like, where does that happen? Where does that happen? Only at Carlton that happens, because we're sick. We're sick and starved individuals. We're starved of success. And this goes back to JAGGA Smith. I just don't want to act like a desperate club. I know that I've asked, and it's been pathetic that we haven't been in a grand final for over 20 odd years. It's absolutely embarrassing and pathetic, but you just don't want to act like a desperate club. Playing him in there 80% game time in there. You got to nurture this kid through now. You got to help him. Cripps has got to be a real role model now. Walsh now, he's 25. They got to protect him. Hewitt, Chera, they know the drill. Michael Voss knows the drill as a midfielder. You got to protect the young kids. If I don't see protection of this kid, because, he might get tagged. They might try and rough him up. Definitely get under his skin. I want to see those men, those elder statesmen in that midfield now, just help him, guide him through. There's going to be games where he has, and you just go, oh, well, that's, you're going to have a bad game as a kid. You're just going to have a bad game in general. It's going to happen. Just picking him up, go again, and forcing the standards. And that's all. That's all we can do as fans is force standards, increase our expectations. Even though it's a younger list, and I don't expect anything this year. I don't know if it's a younger list, but it's a changing list. Will Haywood, you can see Florent. You can see where they come from. They come from a good stable in Sydney. Do they have a point to prove? Yeah, probably 100%. Will Haywood definitely got a point. Not to prove to us, but. Oh, he does to us, actually. You're coming across, and I want to see you play like you did at Sydney. You might have lesser types here, but put your hand up and become the best at the club. Ollie Florent as well. Again, that relinquishes or relieves Ollie Hollands of his duties at half-back. I never want to see him there again. I want to see him on the wing, because it's funny when you play players in their natural position, what can happen. So, again, there's some things that they need to work on, definitely. But I'm looking at individuals right now. I was looking at the transition, okay. It's always going to look good in training. It's what you're focusing on. Harry Dean, I thought he was really good today, sorry, it slipped my mind. Harry Dean, I thought he was really good today. He put it, there was an eerie moment, but you're going to get that. But he was, I looked out for him today, and he was good. So, I say it's going to be a long, long year. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Please prove me wrong, because if I'm proven wrong, then we're doing something right at this club. Shout out to everyone that was there. again, I'm going to say it every single time. Temper your expectations on these players. They're going to look like world beaters in training. Um, obviously, it's good to see them back out on the park, even though after last year, the pathetic year that we had, embarrassing to be honest. Yeah. I mean, look, it's 7. The time's not even working on here, Mars. It's 6:43, but it's really 7:22. The time hasn't changed. I'm going to make it. That's poor. That's poor by me. See, standards have got to get better. Poor. Absolutely poor. I'm slating myself. I'll be ruined after that. That stuff like that irks me. But yeah, again, thank you to everyone who's subbed up, liked all the stuff, commented on everything. Love yous all. Trust me. I don't know. There's a G me up. Yeah, definitely to see new faces, new people commenting. If you never commented, make sure you comment below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what I can get better at. I always like to get better. Would you like to see more of these? People say that they're liking the content, so you're going to get more of it. 3.57 of you. Hopefully by the next one, we nearly hit that 3.6 mark. Look, we're getting to 5,000 this year. Whether we like it or not, we're getting there. I want to see new faces, new participants. It's like Carlton. 10 new faces. Hey, if you want to join me or if you want to have a chat on here and you're happy to put your face to the camera, by all means, contact us, DM us. I'll get in contact with you again. And yeah, we can have a good chat. Again, memberships, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You'll be notified for when these videos come out, when my little other pieces come out, like the Balenciaga Williams. What does Boak bring? Go and check that out. Go and check the Boak one out. I don't know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? The Sam Walsh, again, I said it. He's going to sign. He's agreed personal terms, so he heard it here. I mean, Sammy Edmund put it out. Paul put it out as well from SEN. Don't worry. Calma. As Elijah Holland said, calma. He in the calma, mate. Don't worry. He's signing. So, yeah. Get down to the next training session. Now, I think they start on the Saturdays. I'm pretty sure. So, definitely be there. If you see me, or if you see any of the gang, shout out, man. Shout out. Come out. Say hello. I'm happy to have a chat to you. What do you think about Carlton this year? Even if you heard it here, we can have another chat and hear me dribble again. And I can hear you dribble. So, yeah. Again, love you and leave you. 3.57 of you in the YouTube subscribers. Make sure you share. Make sure you share this around. Like it. And, yeah, have a look at this idiot. Anyway, go Blues.